Good day, everyone. Today we're going to analyze, or trying to analyze, the research entitled Examining Relative Age Effect in Fundamental Skill Proficiency in British Child Aged 6 to 11 years old by Samantha Bridge, Laura Cummings, Samuel W. Oxford, and Michael J. Ducan. Okay? This slide introduces the main topic, or we're going to try the relative age effect, or the RAE, and the physical literacy. In simple terms, the presentation will look at how time of the child is born affect how good they are at basic sports skills like running and throwing. Okay, this section focused on the first study, which looked at 539 children in United Kingdom. It specifically checked their fundamental movement skill, or the FMS, the basic building blocks of all sports. So what is RAE, or relative age effect? It refers to the advantage experienced by children born earlier in the school year compared to those born later. In sports and physical activities, older children within the same age group are often more physically and mentally developed. Previous studies show that athletes born earlier in the section year are more likely to be chosen for elite sports teams. Fundamental movement skill, or FMS, such as running, jumping, catching, and throwing, are important for sports participation and physical activity. The study aimed to determine whether the RAE affect that movement skill proficiency of British child aged 6 to 11 years. Okay? This section explains the concept of relative age effect and why it is important in sports. Children born earlier in the school year may have developmental advantage that improve their sports skills and increase their chances of selection in sports program. The researchers wanted to know if this advantage also affect basic movement skills in children. How the study was done. Who are the participants? There are 539 boys and girls aged 6 to 11 from different backgrounds. The skills: researchers tested six basics: sprint, side galloping, balancing, jumping, catching, and throwing. And the quarters: to compare them fairly, the year was split into four groups. Q1 is the oldest kids, to Q4, which is the youngest kids. This table shows exactly how many kids were in each grade, year 1 to year 6. Why it matters? It shows the study used a good mix of boys and girls across all ages, making the result reliable for all elementary school kids. Table 2: all the physical characteristics. This table lists the average age, height, and weight of the kids. Why it matters? It shows that at this young age, boys and girls are physically very similar in size and weight. This helps provide the differences in skills are more about birth month and practices than just being a boy or girl. Table 3. This table is the heart of the study. It shows the percentage of kids who mastered or were perfect at a skill. The big finding: the oldest kid, or the Q1, were much better at catching and throwing than the youngest kid, or the Q4. In catching, Q1 kids had a 74.6 percentage of mastery rate, while the Q4 kids only had 65.2%. Summary of findings. All these kids win. Those born earlier, or the Q1, have a clear leading skill involving objects like balls. Gender and weight. Boys generally did better in sprint and throwing while having a higher BMI. Being heavier for their height made it harder for kids to run fast. Age and balance. As kids get older, their balance naturally improves by about 6.6% every year.